Hello everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 22nd. We're going to talk about the library databases and the proposal assignment, which will be due, the proposal assignment's due tomorrow. So let's talk about how to access the databases. So if you go to the June 22nd folder, I have database navigation step by step. So when you click on that, it brings up a Word document that goes step by step on how to access the databases on uaptc.com. So I'm going to show you real quick as well. So you go to uaptc.edu and then you go hover over the Students tab, and under Students you see Tools for Success. And at the very bottom, it says UAPTC Ottenheimer Library. You click on that, and that brings up the library webpage. And then on the right-hand side, you see these little red bullet points. Here's one that says Databases. We're going to click on that. And this is a list of all the databases that the school has access to. There's 83 of them. That means that all of this research is at your fingertips. You can go look through any of these for any research you may have. You pay for these databases partially with your tuition, so this is a great resource for y'all. So once we're here, we're going to go click on the O, and we're going to go to Opposing Viewpoints in Context. Then it's going to ask you to sign in using your UAPTC portal username and password. So just what you use to get into Blackboard or your email. And this brings up the Gale's Opposing Viewpoints in Context website. And if you scroll down, you can browse their issues. They've got tons of stuff about society and culture, law and politics, national debate topics like water pollution, social media information, information about coal. You can also, if you're looking for a specific topic, you can search for it in this box. Let's see. I think there is a way to, if you click Browse Issues, that should bring it. Yeah, this is just a to Z list of all the issues that they have. They have everything from HIV and AIDS and homelessness to labor unions, civil rights, China, children of undocumented immigrants, the Taliban, teen homelessness, transgender equality, the men's rights movement, cosmetic surgery. They have all kinds of stuff in this. And when you click on one, let's pick one. Let's do medical ethics. So this is an overview of what is covered in here. And then you can look and you see featured viewpoints. They have 596 academic journals. They have one infographic about it. They have 723 news articles about it, 4 images, 153 magazine articles, 11 videos, 1 statistic block, 72 references, 30 audio files, and 5 websites about it. They're going to have probably more than that on most of these. Okay, so let's say we're wanting to talk about medical ethics in relation to assisted suicide. So we would come down and we would read this. Fun facts. It's got all this information that you're going to be able to read about the assisted suicide as it relates to medical ethics. It's going to have more like this. So these are other articles, and you can click View All Related Articles, and it comes down here and shows you all these other articles that they have about this one topic. Now, the really cool thing about Gale is that it cites your sources for you. So this is how your source is going to need to appear in your Works Cited page. So all you got to do is copy and paste this. this and put it into your works cited page, which we're going to talk about how to formulate a works cited page, but it cites for you, so you don't have to do it. You can download this article, you can print it, you can send it to yourself via email, you can cite it, all kinds of other stuff with this. So Gale needs to be where you get the bulk of your it really should be where you get all of your information. They have everything you could ever want on this website. I mean, just tons and tons of stuff, which is why I wanted you to take yesterday to think about kind of maybe what you would want to talk about. So you have a little more narrow of an idea when you come to look at this website, because they've got a lot. And you can just spend some time today just looking through some of this stuff and being like, oh, well, maybe I would rather talk about that. And that's fine. You haven't picked your topic yet, so that's totally fine if you want to change it up. So yeah, they've got lots of stuff on here. So that's how you get to your database, and that's how you're going to want to use it. So the proposal topic is going to be just a discussion board posting. It's going to just be a basic 2-paragraph assignment. The first paragraph should be the topic you most want to write about and why. And the second paragraph should be your second choice of topic and why you want to write about that. So you're going to have one paragraph, which is going to be 3 or 4 lines about this is the topic I want to write about, this is why I want to write about it, and then you're going to have another paragraph that says this is the other topic I want to write about, and this is why I want to write about it. And then I will respond to you in the discussion board and tell you what you can and can write about. So you just create thread. You can just title it proposal. And you can even number it if you want. 1, this is the topic I most want to write about. Blah, 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 blah. I want to write about this topic because... And then you're going to do number 2. And that's all I want you to do. Of course, you got to fill in the blanks. And then you just submit it. And then I will come in and comment on it. I'll reply to it and say, yeah, you can talk about this topic, or maybe change it up a little bit, and we can go from there. So that is the databases. That's your proposal assignment. Whoa. Strange. That's what is the proposal assignment. So, Now, I really want all of your sources to come from this website. If, however, you have a book or something, that's fine. You can use that. I give you all about sources. This is a little Word document that's like what makes a good source. So good sources usually come from a .org or a .edu or a .gov. If the source is a .com, make sure it's reputable. So .com means that it's a commercial, so they make money off of that website. So you can make sure a source is reputable by checking out who the author is. If the author is extremely biased, the source may not be a great source to use. So if you're wanting to talk about climate change, if you're wanting to talk about climate change being real, you're going to want to get sources from like scientists. So a scientific author would be considered a reputable source. You can't use Wikipedia or any other wikis because anyone can edit the information. And so it makes them unreliable. They do put the author, they do require that the author of whoever edits the wikis put sources for where they got their information. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a list of sources, and you can get some good info by looking at those. You can use books, movies, videos as sources for your paper. You can use images in your paper. You just have to make sure you cite them correctly in the works cited page. Again, if you get them on Gale, they'll cite it for you. And I will show you. Works cited pages, I will show you how to cite those. If you want to use a book or a movie or something that's not on Gale, I will help you cite those. So works cited pages can be tricky when you have multiple sources. Again, Gale does it for you. So if you use a book, movie, or picture or something that isn't from the databases, you'll have to cite it yourself. So I send you to this website, which is Al Purdue, and it shows you how to cite it. On the left side, you can go books, periodicals, electronic sources, other common sources. They have everything in here. They show you how to cite podcasts, songs, albums, films, movies, television shows, spoken word albums, like comedy albums. They show you how to do all of that on here. So this is a really good, and again, it's al.purdue.edu. Literally, if you go to Google and type in Al Purdue, you can see. So let's look at a Wikipedia article real fast. Just real fast. What do we want on Wikipedia? Let's look up, my husband's playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so we'll look up the Viking Age. So we got all this really good information. You're like, man, this is good. Like, I want to talk about some of this. Like, I want to talk about, let's see, what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about scholars outside Scandinavia did not begin extensively reassess the achievements of Vikings until the 1800s, recognizing their artistry, technological skills, and seamanship. Okay, so maybe we want to talk about that. So we're going to click on 18, and it's going to take us down and say, here we go. This is where they got that information. So then we're going to click on it, and we're going to go to it and see what we can find. Here's the book. If we wanted to buy it, stop. We'll do that. If we wanted to buy it, we could. Oh, I think this is the World Cat, so we can just find a copy in the library, yeah. So we could buy it or look and see where the libraries are. Not all of the ones will be books, obviously. They will have some websites that we can look at. I don't see any off the top of my head here, but so that's how you would use a Wikipedia, is you would use their sources. Oh, I didn't know they had this. So they have this. Most people tell you to avoid a citation generator. You can use it, but then you need to double check to make sure that it's right, because they aren't always right. And again, this shows you how to, let's look at just basic books. So this shows you how to this is the general format for any citation. So for books, it's last name, comma, first name, period. Title of the book is in italics. City of publication, comma, publisher, comma, publication date, period. So that is how, whenever they put a comma, you put a comma. Whenever they put a period, you put a period. Whenever something's in italics on here, you put it in italics. Whatever they do on here, it needs to be how yours is formatted exactly. That's distracting. Okay. So, so that's Al Purdue. Yeah, I opened something. I don't know what I did. Okay. There's a works cited page example on Al Purdue. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at works cited pages and how to do that later. But yeah, that's what makes a good source. You want to really, I would just use this. But again, you can use books if you have any about your topic or anything like that. You can Google, just make sure your source is reputable. Check out who the author is. You don't want a super biased source. Any source that you find on Gale is going to be considered a reputable source. So there's that. All right, I think that's everything about sources and the proposal assignment and how to navigate databases. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Tomorrow we are going to, I think tomorrow we talk about citing. Yep, how to format a works cited page in in-text citations. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But that's all we have for today, so I will talk to y'all soon. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Thanks.